Greetings and blessings to my viewers and subscribers. Thanks for watching WHADAT, your #1 choice for current news, sports and entertainment updates. Please remember to like, subscribe and share so that you can be notified of future WHADAT updates and that we can reach as many persons as possible. Now, my viewers, in this update, a battle heats up between Commissioner and POA. Chairman, there seems to be a power struggle taking place within the Jamaica Constabulary Force between Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake and Police Officers Association POA Chairman Senior Superintendent Wayne Cameron, following Blake's directive that the POA chair be vacated and that Cameron will no longer be granted audience with the police high command. In a release to JCF officers, Commissioner Blake stated that Cameron will not be permitted to represent the force outside of official duties, citing concerns about alleged indiscipline and misconduct. He warned that such issues could compromise the functioning of the POA at a time when the organization must engage in complex salary and benefits negotiations with the government of Jamaica. Blake further claimed that under Cameron's leadership, the POA has failed to meet to conduct association business or convene a general meeting for several years. He said his action was taken under his powers of superintendence over the JCF and was necessary to safeguard the interest of all gazetted officers. According to the release, the remaining members of the POA executive will appoint a chairman pro tem to lead the association into a special general meeting to elect a new executive, with the high command offering support to ensure a smooth and timely transition. However, Senior Superintendent Wayne Cameron has strongly rejected the commissioner's directive, arguing that Blake has no authority to remove an elected POA chairman. He explained that the chairman is elected from the floor of the association's conference, which requires participation from more than 2/3 of its members. He noted that this election occurred at the last conference in November 2022. The Police Officers Association does not represent the Commissioner of Police. We represent officers from the rank of Assistant Superintendent to the rank of Deputy Commissioner. The Commissioner is not a part of our outfit at all, and he should not be putting out anything of this nature, Cameron added. Cameron also revealed that he has been cited by Blake for alleged unprofessional conduct on a particular matter, but believes the action is linked to his decision to file complaints against the commissioner with the Police Service Commission. The public clash has exposed a rare and escalating power struggle between the JCF's top command and the leadership of its Senior Officers Association, with potential implications for the future of police negotiations and governance. Now, this has taken another turn, as this has now become a legal matter to be decided by the courts. The Supreme Court has granted an interim injunction barring Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake from removing Senior Superintendent Wayne Cameron as chairman of the Police Officers Association, POA. The order came in response to an application by Cameron's attorney, Lamar Neal. The injunction warns Commissioner Blake and his subordinates of possible imprisonment or asset seizure if they breach the court's directive. If you, Commissioner of Police, fail to comply with the terms of this order, you will be in contempt of court and may be liable to be imprisoned or have your assets confiscated, the notice read. The interim order will remain in effect until October 8th. When the Supreme Court is scheduled to hear from both sides in an inter partes hearing. On that date, the court will also consider Cameron's application for leave to seek judicial review of Blake's decision to strip him of the POA chairmanship. An interim injunction is granted, restraining the respondent, whether acting in concert by himself, his servants, or agents, or otherwise howsoever, from directing or causing to be convened any meeting of the Police Officers Association for the purpose of removing the applicant Cameron as chairman and appointing a chairman pro tem or otherwise. Law enforcement sources say tensions between the two men have been simmering since January, when Cameron filed a report with the Police Services Commission containing several allegations against Commissioner Blake. The legal battle now sets the stage for a high-stakes showdown between the country's top cop and the head of one of its most influential police associations. Now, just when you thought that was it, the drama seems to be just beginning as the Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, has been drawn into the dispute, as according to an affidavit filed in the Supreme Court, Senior Superintendent Wayne Cameron has accused National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang and Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake of harassment and political victimization. In the sworn statement, Cameron alleges that he has been subjected to a pattern of occupational detriment, including harassment, unfair transfers, denial of promotion, and retaliatory disciplinary proceedings. He contends that these actions stem from political bias and his strained relationship with the leadership of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF. Cameron claims that in an open meeting, Dr. Chang linked him to the opposition People's National Party, PNP, and warned him, "If I want to fight politics, go ahead and fight." He interpreted the statement as evidence of political victimization. The senior officer further asserts that some of his public comments drew the minister's disapproval and contributed to the hostile treatment he says he has faced since. Cameron also cites a meeting with Commissioner Blake after he was overlooked for promotion. He alleges that Blake told him he had been informed that Cameron was "not with me," which Cameron took to mean that Blake believed he was politically opposed to him. He says his temporary promotion to Assistant Commissioner in August 2023 was abruptly ended 11 months later to prevent his permanent appointment, as would have been required after 1 year in the role. In December 2024, Cameron was transferred from Commander of the Ports Division to Administrative Officer in Police Area 5, a move he objected to on the grounds that it placed him under a junior officer and was done without consultation. Cameron claims that after filing a grievance in January 2025, the OSC delayed its response, and that shortly thereafter, he was notified of disciplinary charges related to a November 2020 incident at a St. Catharines sports bar during COVID restrictions. He argues the revival of the matter is a retaliatory attempt to silence him. In his response, Minister Chang has rejected the accusations, describing them as totally dishonest and insisting Cameron's affidavit misrepresents his statements and actions. Cameron, however, maintains that he has witnesses who can corroborate his accounts. The affidavit forms part of Cameron's wider legal battle with Commissioner Blake, who earlier this month attempted to remove him as POA chairman. The escalating dispute highlights mounting tensions within the police force at a time when the POA is preparing to engage in sensitive salary and benefits negotiations with the government of Jamaica. Now, this is really serious. What are the risks and implications of this action when the Minister of National Security, who you would expect to exercise some oversight, is also one of the parties in the dispute? Public disputes and court battles between the commissioner and the POA chairman could erode trust in the force's leadership. Citizens may view the JCF as politically divided or compromised, weakening confidence in its neutrality and professionalism. Internal distractions may reduce focus on crime fighting and national security priorities. Strategic initiatives, particularly during critical periods, for example, high crime rates, major operations, could suffer from leadership infighting. If Cameron is sidelined or delegitimized, the POA could fracture, with rival factions emerging. A weakened POA may struggle to represent officers effectively in salary and benefits negotiations with the government of Jamaica. Rank and file officers may feel caught in the crossfire, unsure whom to support. Allegations of harassment and political victimization could fuel perceptions of unfair treatment. Lower morale, reduced trust in promotions and disciplinary processes, and potential indiscipline within the ranks. Allegations of political victimization by the Minister of National Security could fuel claims that the JCF is not politically neutral. Opposition parties may seize on the issue, creating broader political fallout. International observers and partners may also question the independence of the force. Court intervention in JCF internal affairs is rare, but this case sets a precedent. Future disputes between senior officers and the High Command may be increasingly litigated, weakening internal disciplinary authority. If the public perceives that powerful figures can use transfers, promotions, or disciplinary charges for political ends, confidence in fair policing erodes. The dispute comes at a delicate moment for the Police Officers Association, which is preparing to negotiate salaries and benefits with the government. Observers worry that a fractured leadership could weaken the association's bargaining power and undermine morale among senior ranks. Legal experts note that the Supreme Court's intervention, first with an injunction blocking Blake from removing Cameron, and now with hearings into political victimization claims, signals a rare but significant judicial check on internal police affairs. As the October 8 hearing approaches, the case is being closely watched, not only as a personal clash between two senior officers, but also as a test of how insulated the JCF truly is from political interference. Now there you have it, my beautiful viewers and subscribers. October 8 is a crucial day as it relates to the safety and security of our little island. What will the courts decide? Is Cameron justified in his allegations? Does Blake have oversight over the entire force? Was Cameron victimized by the minister? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share. And remember, just ask WHADAT.